Hey, what's going on? In this video, I want to talk about failure. Yeah, we don't like it. How failure can make someone stronger. Now, before I begin, down below there's a link in that description. If you click on it, there's actually training on what I truly believe to be the most important, most valuable skill to learn when it comes to internet marketing. Okay, now, one of the best things that can happen to anyone really is them failing. In fact, one of the biggest problems I really do believe is facing us, our culture in America, and even around the world is this entitlement culture. Because if you really sit down and think about it for a little bit, we're not entitled to jack, squat, nothing. Okay? And giving people 10th place trophies is not really a very good idea, I think. What do you think? Am I wrong? Sure, some people are lucky and they're like trust fund babies. Maybe they inherit a bunch of money. But the reality is, even if somebody is given a shitload of money, uh, they still might get depressed because, well, they didn't work for it and their friends are jealous. They just feel off. They don't even understand the value of the currency that they're spending because they didn't really how they acquire it, right? Another thing when it comes to failing, it's a learning experience, but it might just open up another door. Being positive and optimistic is hugely important. I'll give you an example. Warren Buffett, he actually applied to Harvard and he failed. They said no. And then he learned about Ben Graham. And even though it's too late to apply, he applied, wrote a heartfelt letter, and got accepted and learned Ben Graham's investing method. Imagine if he never failed with Harvard. His whole life would have changed. Everything would have changed. Uh, Now, another thing I'm a big believer is failing in the short term, like little failures, so that way you can learn and win in the long term. Okay, micro failures because when things don't work out, you learn. Okay, Charlie Munger is a big believer in what he calls inversion. Okay, basically find out what doesn't work so you know what does work. Uh, this is another way that failure can make someone stronger. By failing, someone learns. You can't sit there and wonder what would have happened if I did that and ponder and think too much. It's not productive. Or you can't wish things were a certain way. You do them, and when they don't work out, you don't do them no more. It's going on the offense, which I'm a believer in. For example, I'll give you one example. I was on Facebook, and I lost a few accounts. I think I lost like 5 accounts. I'm trying different things. The last one I lost, I was messaging a lot of people. I wasn't sure if it was going to work or not, and then they canceled my account. So now I know you can't just message a whole bunch of people. Okay, it's I'm not sure exactly what it is. With Instagram, there's a whole you can instant message a lot of people before that little exclamation mark pops up, and you go, okay, well, I guess I can't do that anymore, and you stop. I think you wait like an hour. I'm not sure exactly how it is. I'd love to find that out, but nobody's gonna tell you, right? But you just have to do it, and then you come up with your own little system on messaging people, which is a powerful tool. These tools can be very, very powerful on the internet. All right. The, so that's another way that really failure makes someone stronger. In fact, I've always thought that people who fail the most are usually the most successful. If you really think about it, you think that's true? I really, really do. People who get rejected the most make the most money, uh, and the learning of the failures equal to the victory. I really think that way. But the hardest thing that all of us have to deal with is not having your ego get so attached to the outcome, right? It's like dealing with rejection. If you are in sales, you're dating, then you're gonna have to deal with lots of rejection, and it's just a numbers game. It's like sifting. You have to go through the no's to find the yeses, and when you realize the math in it, then you get excited when you hear the no's. Like, okay, cool. And if you know well how things work, and if you have the right training, that means everything. That's in sales. The same thing goes with internet marketing as well. If you're going to market a product or your service online, having the right education is everything. It really is. And in fact, I'll give you a little history about myself. I've been in internet marketing for a while, and I've tried many different ways of getting traffic, and I was very successful with YouTube actually. The last YouTube channel I had over 2 million views, which I think is pretty damn good. So I was successful there, but I didn't really make that much money. And the reason why is I didn't know what the hell to do with that traffic when I got it. There's a lot of stuff you can do with it. Okay, that's really where all the work comes into play, is after, well, what you do with the traffic you get and how to convert that attention into money. And it's not just me, it's other people as well. You know, you see YouTube is a great place for traffic, of course, but there's other places you can get traffic. Um, but if you look at like the most viral videos on YouTube, they've made some money, but if you really look at the math, it's not that much compared to all the traffic they got. Uh, so that's a key thing to learn, is what you do with that traffic. The second thing is there's a lot of work that should take place after that first sale. Okay, and it's not like this skill is you could just go down to the local community college and learn it or pick up a book. It's an evolving skill. It's the most valuable skill to learn. It is really those two things. So if you want to learn it, a great place is click on that link below. Hugely valuable. I can't recommend it enough. I wish I would knew about it earlier. And yeah, I wish you the best. Take care. Bye.